Hello. Hi. This is Spring Princess Steps, week 7, and the topic tonight is safety, but there might be a little bit of a guest appearance from a guest talking about bra fitting and bras, so that might be a little exciting. Obviously, the weather's been interesting, wet, hail, a little bit of snow. So thank you all for braving the unpredictable situation that we have and dressing up a little warmer to be safe out there, right? Okay, so one of the main things about safety that you've heard me say, and it bears saying again, is, I kind of laugh about this because it's really cold right now, right? And awareness, when it gets nice, which normally during this time of year, it is getting nicer. We've seen some nice weather to where there are a lot more people out there. We've seen it. We've seen the people in the little scooters and tricycles, the little kids. It's really, I can't reiterate enough how important it is for us to have respect and awareness, really awareness of those people out there. Let's see, we were out Monday night and a couple of motorized scooters came through right in Riverfront Park, and they were going just too fast. Way too fast. They were motorized. Way too fast in there. And so I just really want to encourage you to be aware, whether we're right in Riverfront Park where you'd think you'd be safe, right? Or whether you are a little bit out, whether it's out in Minto where not so much foot traffic, or whether you're over at Wallace, or whether you're in your neighborhood, or whether you're in a different city visiting. Always try to have awareness of your surroundings. And one of the ways that you can do that is to have all your senses alive. All your senses alive. And so I'll cut to the chase. The concern in reference to having something in your ears decreases your awareness, keen awareness, sharp awareness of everything going on around you. On Saturday, I was out at Minto, and there was a person, a few ways away, and I knew the person, and I said their name, and I said it again, and I yelled it really loud. They still didn't hear me because they had stuff in there. So it's for your safety and the safety of the people around you. I know that a lot of people wear stuff in their ears because they like that to help inspire them. And that's very understandable. They like it because that's just what motivates them and inspires them and kind of gets them going and that kind of thing. But I just still encourage you, you're more aware of everything, more aware of your breathing, more aware that you're not going to overdo it if you have all your senses intact. If you are going to wear that, be sure that you're with someone. And I especially kind of shy away from it on Tuesday night because the idea here is that we're having conversation. And one of the most important things safety-wise of having conversation is that you can talk and that you're not overdoing it. Because if you can't talk, then you're probably overdoing it, okay? So, there's all kinds of things too, like crossing Front Street, making sure that it's, the little white figure, not the red hand, let alone the flashing red hand. And the leaders are going to come and take turns talking about what they want to share with you in reference to safety. We can talk about reflectivity, we can talk about bright clothing, but I think what my message is awareness, no matter where you're at. And that will include awareness of if you park in a parking lot or a parking spot in Minto, for heaven's sakes, or anywhere. Park where there's more people and leave your car kind of clean, meaning uncluttered. Don't have anything in your car that you think that might be valuable to anybody. Just leave it looking like there's nothing in there. That's one of the things that one of the safety speakers mentioned years and years and years ago, and I thought that was one of the best things, is declutter your cars. Okay, so now Campbell, are you in the middle of a fitting? Come on up. We're gonna, before I have the leaders come on up and share their safety tips with you, I'm gonna have Campbell come up and talk a few minutes about bras and bra fitting and a little bit about Brooks. Come on up. You're gonna come right here and stand right in front of this camera.
All right.
Right there. Let's see.
Right here.
Perfect.
Nice.
Perfect.
All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Campbell.
Hi, Campbell.
I work for Brooks, and I have breasts. Oh, wait. Sorry. That's a different meeting. But basically, I just wanted to come in and speak to you guys a little bit about the importance of having a run bra or a sports bra that fits correctly. Obviously, you wouldn't go on a run and wear shoes that don't fit well. But if you talk to the majority of people that have breasts, you'll find that a lot of them have. A lot of people have gone out in a size that doesn't fit, and I just want to be one step towards stopping that. One of the things that I think is really interesting is whenever you go and try on a bra, a lot of people will ask, like, you know, the sales associate, can I run in this bra? Which always seemed like such a silly question to me until I figured out something. Majority of companies outside of Brooks only test their bras up to a B cup. If you guys had to guess, what do you think the average cup and band size is in the United States?
Double D?
Double D. 38.
C.
38D.
It's a 36 double D. Yeah, so 36 double D, and a lot of companies only test up to a B cup. So it's not crazy to wonder, can I run in these? And that's partially why Brooks calls them run bras. It's not that you have to run in them. We just want everyone to know that they all offer run ready support. So just a little bit about that. So we have some different styles here. I'm happy to size anyone because I think we all know that hardly anyone knows what their true, you know, cup and band size is. So if you're ever curious, I'm here to help. We have a couple different bras. I'm just going to touch on them real quick. So I have this style here to try on. So if any of you guys are interested and want to try it on the run, I have from a C cup up. You can come to me, I can give you the bra, you can run out, come back here, trade it back in for yours, and you can test it out first to see if you like it. For that one, it's called the Racer Back. It's called that because it has a racer back. We like to make our names very, very clear. It has a hook and eye closure on the back. Anyone that's had one of these knows the struggle of that, like, you know, rub it into your back. It has a really nice cushion on the back, so it fits really, really nice on your back. It's not really uncomfortable. It also has these adjustable straps, which are great for a multitude of reasons. One, because if you're tall like me or short like someone else, you can actually adjust it to make sure it fits. It's also great because a lot of women don't have the same size breasts. And one of the problems that you'll find is you'll try on this bra and then your breasts don't sit the same way. So you're actually able to adjust it and make sure that it fits both really, really comfortably. It actually comes apart completely too. So it's great for anyone that is a breastfeeding mom because you can take it off without taking the bra off. So it makes your life really easy. It's also nice too because a lot of people that have any kind of range of motion or like shoulder issues, you can't wear a racer back style as easily. You can actually unhook it, throw it over your head, and actually hook it in front of you. So it gives people that might not be able to normally a chance to wear it. So that is the racer back. We also have, this is the Dare Scoop Back. So this is an older style, so it's actually on sale here. So if you love a good deal, it's a great bra. Same hook and eye closure on the back. So easy to put on. You can put it on in front of you, swivel it around and put it on. Nice and easy, simple style. And then we also have the update. So it's called the 2.0 because again, we like to keep things easy to follow. The big updates being the straps, same as the racer back. So you can really change how tight or how loose it is. I also love it too because the back actually has a lot of coverage. So we're all human. You know, we all have our insecurities and things we don't like. And, you know, a lot of women in particular, they don't like when they have skin on their backs. I'm not saying this to like be nice and make people feel better. That's soft muscle. You literally cannot raise your arms above your head without it. but we're all human. And so at the end of the day, it's nice to have something that does cover some of that up. So, you know, you can keep your insecurity and work on being more confident. There's nothing wrong with that. And then last, we have the Dare Underwire. It has an underwire in it, which I'm sure most of you are all like, ah. But it's very, very comfortable, and you don't actually notice that it's on. I know some of the ladies here are wearing them, so ask around. The back of the straps also can cross, so it adds some support to it. Super, super comfortable. If you ever just want to step out of your comfort zone and try a bra that has really great support, this is a great option. Don't want to take too much more of your time, but yes, I'm Campbell. I'll be over here if you need anything.
Right. Thank you, Campbell. And also, what we're going to do for anybody that is sincerely interested in trying the bra on during their walk or run tonight, we will be here, so you can bring it back and give us feedback. And John's even going to be here and have the till open. Also, that said, raise your hands, how many people here have gone through fitting and gotten a bra that really was helpful, supportive, and all that kind of stuff? Okay. Anybody want to share a positive experience about getting in the right bra?
Can I?
Come on up.
Because I just got a couple with Campbell's help. So my name's Alicia, for those who don't know me. And yeah, I intentionally came in a little early tonight because I knew she was going to be here. And all of my bras have celebrated birthdays. So I knew I needed a couple more. And so she fitted me with the racer back and then the underwire, and I've never run in an underwire before, but it is super comfortable, so I'm really looking forward to it. I've come in before with the intention of buying bras, and if you've tried on 3, 4, 5 bras, you kind of work up a sweat. And the last time I came in, I was just getting kind of a little too worked up. I didn't allow myself enough time to just plan ahead and know this is a little bit of a process, but it's well worth it to get the right fit and know I can go out there and run and be well supported. So thank you, Campbell.
Thanks, Alicia. Anyone else? This is Joy.
I'm Joya.
Joy. Right here.
Sorry, a little sweaty behind the mask right here. So I got fitted here last clinic for the first time. I was wearing a 48 when I came in, band, and they fitted me actually in a 40, but I was a little traumatized. I was like, no. So we agreed to 42, and so I was just, I don't mind putting it out there that I wear a 42 now, and I'm pretty comfortable in that, and so I stick with that. But I can wear either. And the first bra that they gave me was the Anita, which that bra is dark magic. I don't understand how it is so little bra and so much support. So if you're big busted and you have a hard time with bounce, it's amazing. And then Campbell just fitted me for the first time in a bra, because normally bras for larger breasts are it's like wearing body armor. You wind up with like this all this bulk. And this is real. I'm wearing it now. This is really nice. So I'm gonna go and take it out for the trial. Just a racer back. It feels kind of invisible right now, so I feel a little naked. But that's not. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's nice to not feel like you're being corseted by your bra, and it's nice to feel you're supported too, because I don't like feeling the girls jiggle. So.
Awesome.
So it's been a really good experience for me on the bra front coming to clinic.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joy. Okay. Like I said, just a little bit of a sidetrack from safety. And so now I'm going to have the leopard leaders. We're just going to go leader or group by group. So let's have Debbie come on up.
Hi, I'm Debbie, and my tip is to make sure your phone is charged.
Awesome. Cougar leaders, come on up.
Hi, I'm Diane, and I think for me, because I teach elementary school, and if you have elementary age children, we start a lot earlier this year. And so from the perspective of a driver and a walker or runner, I now realize how important, because it's dark when I drive to work, and in the winter it's dark when I drive home. And I sometimes cut through like the back neighborhood to get to my school. But I thought, boy, you really don't see some, especially the high school and middle school kids who are in dark clothes till they are like right there. So really to wear reflective or lights or something so that people see you. And as a driver, just to be really careful because, boy, they're not moving fast, but they're there. So.
And I'm Leanne, and my tip, it's what I live by, is make sure that people know that you're going out, you know, that somebody knows where you are. And I'm more comfortable when I run with somebody, when I'm with somebody, so get yourself a team, stay connected, and make sure there's somebody out there with you.
I am the Jaguar leader today. It's a good thing. I guess we call them the Tiguars because we're tigers and jaguars together. But my safety pick, and I wanna piggyback on what Susan said about awareness. And I think that's not, it's good in two ways. Number one, you're aware of what's going on. But number two, you don't look like a victim. Because if you're aware and you're going like, woohoo, I know what's going on, they're going to look at you and go, oh, she knows what's going on. I am not going after her. They go after the weak. They go after the vulnerable. They go after somebody that's on their phone. They go after somebody who's not paying attention. And that's what you want. I just want to throw in a little bit of a story. I was in Medford one time and I said, hey, to the concierge at the hotel, can I go for a little run? They said, oh yeah, down by the river there's this little path. Go for a run. It's great. So I went down for a run and I'm coming back and it's snowing, so it's wintertime, and I'm kind of dressed up. But I saw these 4 guys on the path and I'm like, okay, this is a safe place, I think, whatever. Found out later it probably wasn't the best spot to go running. But I saw these 4 guys and I thought, okay, number one, I just have to look up, be aware, make eye contact, be as big as I can. And I tried to get to one side so I could kind of corral them all, on one side. And of course they split and I'm like, oh, don't do that. But I tried not to panic and I went through and hey, how you doing? And they said, hey, Merry Christmas. And I'm like, hey, you too. And everything was good. And then I went down the path a little further and there was this guy and this lady walking their dog. And I kind of relaxed a little bit. That guy, lady walking the dog safe. Don't relax. Okay? It was safe. It was okay. Did the same thing. Everything was fine. But what I'm saying is you can't say, oh, 4 guys bad, lady guy walking a dog good. Because that's not always the case. Sad but true. We live in a world where sometimes the good looks bad and the bad looks good. So that's my tip of awareness. Just be aware and don't be a victim.
Panthers. Yeah, that's you.
Wow.
Squeeze closer together. There you go.
Go for it. I usually try to play a game like when I pass someone or someone's coming up to me or several. After I make eye contact, I usually try to figure out if I could describe that person. If someone asked me who just passed you, I try to figure out what they were wearing, what they look like, and if I could describe them. And it occupies my head for a little while, and it gets to be like a game. And then I forget about it and pass several people, and then it's like, oh, okay, I'm going to try to remember to do that. But it turns out to be a little bit of a game, and it keeps me aware of what's going on.
Good one. I was going to say, the running in groups whenever you can or with somebody. I actually have dogs that I purchased specifically for the breed that I knew I could take running. So if I'm not with somebody, I take the dogs, so I'm never alone, and just be aware of your surroundings and have people with you if you can.
For me, it's all about just kind of knowing my plan in advance, like my route, who I'm going with, and letting somebody know. So if I am going by myself, then I just try to let my husband or my kids or whomever know what my route is. If I'm not taking my phone, this is about what time I'm going to be back. And but otherwise, try to run with a buddy or a group of people.
I'm kind of gonna reiterate a few things a few other people said, but I think if you're like crossing the street, making eye contact with the driver, you might think they see you, but they might not see you. So that's kind of with the reflective gear and making sure you're wearing bright colors when you're out, especially in the dark. But making eye contact, especially when you're crossing the streets or in any area where you might get hit.
Especially the right turners, they're the worst.
Yes.
Because they're only looking to the left, they don't see you.
And that can also go for pedestrians too. So if you're walking and maybe someone seems intimidating, making eye contact shows that you are more confident, like Jana was saying. So making eye contact with people you're passing and saying hi helps as well.
Cheetahs.
So our advice, one is the power of the group. And you've already got a head start with the power of the group. Like Leanne was saying, network and hook up with your friends or your family or whomever your group tends to be. But a couple things that the power of the group helps is one, safety, just personal safety, physical safety, whatever. But also the safety of preparedness and things like hydration or gels. I went out for a run and my buddy needed a gel, or I needed extra electrolytes or whatever. That kind of safety and getting through the runs in a safe and healthy manner so you can keep going and avoid injuries.
Yep.
What else?
And power of the group. So if you can't go out in groups, as people said, let someone know the route you're taking, where you're going to be. Also utilize the technology. So like for a lot of us have Garmin watches. There is a thing on here, and I'm going to test it out but not let it go off, is this assistance. If I click on this, it's going to send an alert in 3, 2, 1. I'm going to hit cancel. But if I let that go, it's going to text my husband, my mother-in-law, and my mom that I need assistance. I have to have my phone on me because I've actually tested it out. It'll also send my coordinates until I hit stop. So if you've got a watch, if you've got a phone, even with the phone, Google Maps, you can actually send someone your location and say for a certain period of time. I've done it with relays before so that they can see exactly where you are on your route.
Awesome.
Very cool.
Thank you, Cheetahs.
Thank you.
Okay, Bobcat. Actually, Caitlin, I was asking if you could switch with Kendra.
Oh, I got it. It's clear now.
All right, so I don't have anything new to say. The only thing, again, I've reiterated, Danae, you were just talking about technology. I also use Glimpse is another thing. I think Apple also has something else that they can use. It's a GPS tracking system, right? Mm-hmm. And I send that to somebody if I'm on like a long bike ride. Hey, why have you stopped for 5 minutes? Or if I'm running along and suddenly I'm going 25 miles an hour, I'm clearly not running anymore. I'm in somebody's car. Something else that has already been said before, but playing games, right? Like checking out that person going by. I count cats or I count animals that I see. And it's just another way to like what's going on around me and looking around a lot more. The other thing I wanted to say was about reflectability and lights and that right-hand turn. I use knuckle lights. I don't use headlamps. I use knuckle lights. And anytime I'm at an intersection, I try to make eye contact, and I can also flash my lights at them. Knuckle lights also has a flasher on it, so if it's kind of like dusk, I don't really need a lot of light. It's a good just to have a flasher, and so I can just kind of like, hey, I'm over here. They're like, oh, hi. So anyway, those are my 2 things.
Awesome. Thank you, leaders. Thank you, Campbell. Yeah, sure.
Sweet. Okay, so yeah, everyone on your phones, you should always have at least one person that you have sharing your location at all times. I'm just a firm believer. Have that one person you trust that they always know where you are. The other thing I want to remind you, technology is great, but part of that is you lose a bit of privacy. So you have apps like Strava where you can post your runs. Please be careful. If you do a run consistently, do not post that. You don't, like, obviously if it's private, that's totally fine, but you don't want to post a run that you do, like, consistently that people can see and track you. So, like, yeah, if you do one that's kind of different, totally fine to post it, but keep in mind who can see that.
You can also turn off the start and stop of your Strava, so it, like goes 3 blocks out, so you can't.
Awesome information. Does anybody have a question, whether it's about bras or safety or what's happening next week? Okay, I'll tell you what's happening next week. This is week 7. Next week is week 8. Week 8 is traditionally back off week. So you can expect to see your homework noticeably backed off. There's a reason for that. John's going to explain it next week when we talk about injury prevention. Okay, so next week is week 8. Then the following week is week 9. And the topic for week 9 is, can you turn around and look at there and correct me if I'm wrong, but it's nutrition.
Oh wait, it says event.
Event prep. Yeah, it's event prep. Nutrition is week 10, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so week 9 is event preparation, and that's preparation for any events, but also in particular the Princess Steps, the virtual Princess Steps 5K, 10K, half. And that's also girlfriend night. What does girlfriend night mean? That means if you have a girlfriend and you think your girlfriend would like to know about Princess Steps and the whole clinic, that's an opportunity to bring her here. And so think about who in your life might benefit from being here and seeing what this is all about. Just keep in mind this. Make sure you explain to her what group is, let her know that there's different groups. You don't want to put her in a group that she's not ready for. So even though perhaps, for example, she might want to be a runner, but she hasn't been running as much as the Panthers have been running, then you'd probably want to direct her to a walk group. And you can just introduce her to people that are in that group ahead of time. I mean, on Tuesday night when you come here, you don't necessarily have to go with her, but you can. That's an option too, because she's your girlfriend, right? So just, sometimes people take advantage of girlfriend night and sometimes people don't. So just know that next week is week 8. The following week, week 9, is girlfriend night. Plus, we're going to talk about events and that type of thing. So, and then after that, we have nutrition and where do we go from here and that type of thing. So, great job. I'm going to sign off for now. And I also want to say Happy Easter, everyone.
Thank you.